Well, it is officially signing day for Texas Tech volleyball, and I am so excited to get a chance to preview this 2021 class with the head man himself, Tony Greystone. Coach, I know that you and your staff work so many hours, and for so many years you recruit these young players, and so I'm excited to get a chance to talk about these two young women with you. Tell us a little bit about what you like in what you're bringing in this year and just what you like about the future of this program.
Yeah, I mean, it's a smaller group, but we've had so many big signing classes leading up to this. We knew that we were going to have some smaller classes eventually. And so, one ball control player, one middle, and they're two of the best players in Texas, so we're really excited about them.
Yeah, you mentioned it, both of them from Texas, and both of them named Maddie, so
Yeah.
don't let that be confusing, but we'll start with Maddie Correa today. You mentioned it, she's a defensive specialist. She's a libero. She's a tremendously talented player, district MVP, Under Armour All-American watch list. She's All-State. Obviously an impressive resume, but when you look at her, what do you identify as being some of her best qualities?
Yeah, when we look for liberos, I say this all the time, I want a player who can make an impact without scoring a point. And that's a hard job to fill, and she's really good at it. She has great court presence, she's splashy, takes charge when the team gets out of system, she has great ball skills, and there's not a part of her game that's a problem. She's going to come right in, hit the ground running, and we're expecting big things out of her.
And a lot of times, too, when you're approaching recruiting defensive specialists, you kind of have to have a player that's selfless, because when you mention that, I mean, that has to be sort of part of their personality. What is it about her personality as an individual that you feel like fits really well in this system?
Yeah, it's her skill piece for sure, because she'll come in and she's been taught the way we teach, and she'll have a small learning curve. But then it's the personality and the attitude, and can you celebrate somebody else doing something that you started? And not every kid can do that, And so that part I really like is just her court presence and what kind of teammate she is, and just the impact she has.
Talking about court presence, let's talk a little bit about the other Maddie. This one's from Coppell, Texas. She's a 6'2" middle blocker. You obviously want to be able to have someone who's hyper competitive in that position. She's going to fit in well with this system, but what do you like about her? What kind of gives her the edge? What separates her, makes her unique when you talk about that specific position?
She has great motor, and if you're a middle, that's a work hard position, and she's got it. And so she just goes 100% all the time, and she's got the physical part as well. She's long and takes up some space at the net, and she gets across the net, and she's got a big block, and those things we're really excited about, the physical tools. But when you're talking about a middle, what makes a high-end middle is somebody who just goes and nonstop, and whether they're going to get the ball or not, they still have that drive. And that's what Maddie's got.
Well, and she's a legacy too, right? Her mom's a Red Raider. Did she play golf here at Texas?
She was a golfer,
that's what I heard.
Yes.
That's so. I mean, what is that experience like, being able to recruit somebody who's got red and black in their blood?
Yeah, I mean, she's been a Red Raider for a long time, right? And she didn't have a choice. She was a Red Raider before we even knew about her, and so that was an easy recruiting job. And we were just excited to see her game develop over the last few years, and know that she was the one.
Well, I'm curious to know too, just with the NCAA's rules saying that student athletes this year are going to be granted another year of eligibility. I mean, did that have any effect on the way that you and your staff are approaching this 2021 class?
It did, because we have to think now about our current players and building in an extra year for some of them. And not everyone will take it, but those that want it, then it becomes, okay, how does this affect our signing classes in the next couple of seasons? And so, yeah, there's a lot of talk in the office about what the right game plan was, and a lot of talk with our current players about, graduation dates and degree plans and all these things, and just trying to make sure that we're doing this the right way. Yeah, we're fired up about this group. Can't wait to get them on campus.
Coach, congratulations for Coach Tony Greystone. I'm Taylor Peters.